guys, what's up? How's it going? If I sound bunged up, it's because I'm either really sick or I have super bad hay fever, or both. So I've been watching lots of like glow up videos, and also I just haven't worn makeup in a while, and I've also been feeling really ugly because my skin's really bad, and so my self-confidence is just like... I also ordered some fake tan that was meant to come in time for this, but my order got suspended or something. It's a bit shit. So here we are, and also I just wanted to see what I looked like with makeup with this hair. So we're gonna do that. And there's Tipsy. So basically, I've been very stressed recently for many reasons. I'm going on a pig placement at the end of next week, and when I say I'm terrified, I am terrified to go for many reasons. For those of you that don't know, I am vegan and I'm very strongly against animal exploitation and obviously harm and things like that. And I'm going and working on a farm, on not a farm but a pig unit, which is producing pig at a insane rate for the production of meat and bacon and dog food, cat food, animal food, bone meal. What else can you get from pigs? It's probably, they probably use some of their fat for like lipsticks and stuff. Who knows? We literally take what we want from animals at this day and age. Every single body part of an animal has a use right now. So I'm very stressed about it because I know that it's going to be upsetting seeing these animals, these insanely intelligent animals, being trapped in little farrowing crates for extended periods of time where they cannot even turn around. And then the piglets, newborn piglets, on the same day that they are born, they will be having their teeth clipped and their tails docked, which involves using a hot blade, in most cases, to sear off the tail, and like some sort of pliers to do the teeth, all without sedation or anything, the same day that they're born. Piglets are brought up in such confined space that you often get like cannibalism and things like that. It's very similar to chickens and the way that we debeak chickens as soon as they've hatched, to stop cannibalism, and that's also to prevent self-harm. But pigs will do things like chew on other pigs' tails, and that's literally just due to lack of enrichment. So it's very hard being in this situation. And what I forgot to mention is, so as I'm studying veterinary medicine, it's a requirement for this course. In order to get your degree and be qualified as a veterinary surgeon, you must spend a qualifying amount of time in certain animal husbandry situations. I'll also have to go to abattoirs at some point, which that's another story, but that's yet to come. So I'd say the main cause of my stress in my life at this point is because I am getting very, very worked up about vegan related things, and that's because you're surrounded by it, and you're surrounded by people who have different views, and you're surrounded by it's just I literally don't even know what to say. But I am a very non-confrontational person. I hate confrontation and I avoid it at all costs, and I grew up believing solely that like if anyone has a problem with you, like walk away, don't retaliate, all this stuff. And like don't cause problems. Like, keep your head down, do what you've got to do to succeed for yourself. And now I'm in a situation where I find my lifestyle to be very, very confrontational and very debatable, as in people just have a lot of questions, and I mean, that's great, that's okay, but I've been, over the past year, I think I've just been getting really oh my god, why am I gonna cry? I've been getting overwhelmed by anxiety about it. Oh my god, I was just gonna do a fucking get ready with me, and here I am crying. I did want to do an entire YouTube video related to why I am vegan. I cried too much at the moment. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. This is the issue. I am too emotional about this subject, and that's not a problem. I just haven't learnt how to control it, because I've always been a massive crybaby. I cry at the slightest bit of confrontation, and my anxiety has been so bad. And I feel like there's a lot of weight behind the word anxiety, because I feel like everyone's saying that they have anxiety and like throwing the word around, and maybe we all do have anxiety, but I'm not saying I've been clinically diagnosed or anything. I know that I have, over the past year especially with my social media or YouTube getting bigger, it has caused more debate with me personally about my lifestyle choices, specifically in regards to like my especially regarding my course. Fuck's sake. Ugh. So I don't really know what I was saying, but basically life is hard at the moment for me, and I'm semi-struggling with it, but this isn't a cry for help. It's just I'm using this summer holiday to sort of try and figure out what I'm gonna do to make myself deal with it better. Keep having to redo my concealer. So I did want to do, and I still might do, an entire video dedicated to why I'm vegan. However, I started planning it earlier because it's going to take a lot of careful planning to produce the kind of video that I wanted to produce, due to the confrontation that would come with it because of the different views of people. And I would be putting myself out on the line for people to come at me with their different opinions and try telling me I'm wrong. And my whole argument is very factually based, so I wanted to produce this video as if it was like a scientific paper with links to every single fact that I say in the video. And I started planning it earlier, and I just don't know if I want to do it because it's too emotional for me. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that video. But anyway, maybe I'll just talk about it all now. I mean, I can briefly summarize. There's 3 main reasons to go vegan. Most people are 1, 2 or 3 of them. Ethics, the animals, environment and health. I'm literally just gonna skim over the video that I wanted to produce, but I'm not going to take it as seriously as I wanted to because I just don't think I can handle it, and it's too much, and I I am not meant for such big confrontational things. I am not earthling ed. I cannot have debates. I've never been able to deal with debating or anything like that. It's too much for me. I am a pussy. No, but seriously. First up, environment. Just a few things I'm going to throw out there. So 46% of the plastic in the garbage patch in the ocean is from fishing nets. There is a paper. No, it was actually a survey, which is laughable about the whole plastic straw thingy. Yeah, it's great getting rid of plastic straws. I can see where you're coming from, like it's a great movement. Brought more awareness to the subject of plastic problems with like waste and pollution of waters. However, the biggest change you can make to that problem is by no longer eating fish or sea products. What other word, like how do I say that? Sea products, I don't know, things that come from the sea. So that's one thing. There's also, like, obviously, like, I feel like everyone knows this by now, but like cows produce methane, which is adding insane amounts to the greenhouse gases. Really bad. I'm not saying we shouldn't have cows, however it's just the insane ways that we produce them intensively which has created such a high amount of methane. Do you believe in climate change? I really hope so if you're watching my videos. By 2050 we will have passed the point of return, if not before, and a study by Oxford University literally states the single best thing that you can do to reduce your carbon footprint is to go vegan. It's something like going vegan reduces your carbon footprint by 74%. There's so much you can talk about with all of these topics, and there's so many documentaries on every single one of these topics. I knew makeup would make me like my blonde hair more. On to the next one. Right, ethics, I feel like, nah. This is a hard one to talk about because some people struggle to even appreciate that animals have a worth. What makes a life valuable? What gives a life value? How do you the animals that we eat are all sentient living beings, and they all have the desire to live. We know this, we all know this. You can't say that they don't have the desire to live. If you were to injure or hurt an animal, they would flee and try and get away from the cause of pain. All animals have the desire to live. Who are you to take it away from them unnecessarily by inflicting pain on them? How can you justify that? It is unnecessary. You can go to your local supermarket in this day and age, and you can, in this day and age, depending on where you're from, but in developed countries in this day and age, you can literally go to your local supermarket and buy a burger such as Beyond Meat burgers, which taste the exact same as the flesh of a cow, but they don't cause any pain to that animal, no suffering, nothing, and has such a decrease in your impact on the environment. Like, literally just by spending your money on something like that is not only saving the lives of the animals, but it's potentially saving the lives of your grandchildren. It's like what Greta Thunberg says. I can't remember the direct quote, but she was like, you say you love your children, yet you're stealing their futures. And it's so true. It's like, we can't expect to live the way that we currently do and have children that grow up and can live in this world like the way that we have, because it's not true. Like, if we keep on going the way that we are, by 2050, literally there's a report saying that by 2050 we will have reached the point of return, and that's only 30 years. That's really not that far. I don't think it's justifiable to inflict harm on others for personal gain when you can get that same gain without causing that harm. That's just my opinion. I think life has a value. I don't think you can put a value on it, but I think it is very valuable, and I don't think anyone has the right to take that from a being that wants to live and be happy and exert their normal natural behaviours. We don't have the right. Probably much more I can say on every single one of these topics, but I'm not going from notes here, so we'll just go with it. And then there's the health benefits. I feel like everyone knows. Well, this is the thing, I keep saying everyone knows, but then I post these things on my Instagram story every day and everyone DMs me like, wait, is this real? Also, what I was saying about you can go to the supermarket and buy these things, I appreciate that obviously there's developing countries where they won't have Beyond Meat and things like that. However, lots of people go around saying that veganism is very like Western privilege. However, if you go back to poorer societies, it's always been that the richer people eat more meat, and that the less fortunate people have always had more of a plant-based diet. And also there's literally an entire city that has gone vegan in a developing country. Like, it's, oh, that was a good one. I do think the majority of the problem with people not going vegan or not caring about it is because of the lack of connection between the food that you eat and that, like, what goes into the production of that food. It's just really bad for you. What is it? Red meat has been put in the same category. It's like a level 2 carcinogen, don't quote me on that. But I do know it's in the same category as cigarettes. Yeah, everyone's so quick to tell you, oh, smoking is bad, but here's some bacon and eggs for breakfast. And people go to... So there's been associations with like curing diabetes by going vegan and like coronary heart disease. But it is funny that there's meal plans given by like the World Diabetes Association and stuff like that, which still recommend having these products which are linked with causing the disease. And that is all due to the profitable aspect of the meat and dairy industries. It's all because these organisations like the Diabetes World Health Organization or whatever, it's like literally sponsored by a meat producer, which is why they suggest these things. Honestly, if you want to hear about it better and not from someone like me who is only scraping the surface, go and watch documentaries. Cowspiracy, What the Health, what's it called? Forks Over Knives. The one that I went to watch the other day, Eating Animals. Dominion, but I haven't seen that one, but that's meant to be shocking. But as I was saying at the start of this video, I have been getting a lot of stress and anxiety related to this, just due to other people's reactions to my lifestyle, and I just don't really handle it very well. Don't really know where I was going with that. It is like a beginner's problem. When you first go vegan, you stress about the fact that you can't change the world and you want to be able to change everyone and make everyone see the way that you do, but you can't, and it takes a while to hit that realization, and you will drive yourself insane by watching all these horrific videos of like calves being kicked in the head, chickens' necks being ripped in half and stuff, and like pigs being dumped. And like, you'll watch these things because it just like aggravates you and you feel like you need to share the truth, but then like no one else is listening and you don't know what to do. And I have no advice on that problem because I did sort of just get over it by, you just have to sort of be like, well, you can't change the world, but just be the greatest activist that you can possibly be, but take care of your mental health, because your mental health is so important, as displayed in this video. I don't know how to balance those things. But I'm not saying just like accept. I know I said you've just got to sort of accept that you can't change the world, but like you can do your bit, but don't put your mental health at risk over these things. And if you ever need to talk to someone, DM me, because I've been there, we've all been there. Like, it is hard when you feel like you know the solution but no one's listening. It's like coming out with a cure for cancer and just like trying to tell everyone, but no one's listening, no one wants to hear about it, because cancer is such a profitable thing. I know that that's a bad example, but yeah, honestly I could go on forever just chatting shit about this. There's too much I could say. I don't know, I really don't want to get stupid comments on this video. This is a thing because I know that I'm filming this right now and it's like sort of a nice relief for me to just talk about these things, but I do know it's like the backlash and like people have strong opinions about these things. If I post this video, I'm sort of putting myself out for display for people to have a go at me. Like, I stand by everything that I've said. Yeah, there's a lot more I could say. It's hard, it's really hard. If you need help going vegan, there are so many free vegan starter kits and things online. I don't know where this video has ended up going. But do feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below, because I do want to hear it, and we should all just listen to each other and stop taking things so personally. I know people will take this video very personally and will get defensive, and that's what sparks the confrontation. It's like that defensiveness of like, oh no, well, like I have the right to eat what I like, and it's like, actually, like it's not a personal decision choosing to eat animal products when there's another individual involved. It's not a personal decision because you are affecting the lives of others. I look crazy, I think. I want to paint my nails too. I also need to brush my hair. It's so soft and shiny though, like, I really don't know how I do it. All in all, I think in order to make a difference, we do need to start seeing animals less like objects and more like the living sentient beings that they really are, and just start seeing it from their perspective. Like, it's been a slow journey for me. It really does come into every single part of your life. It's not just about like vegan products, like using cruelty-free and vegan like makeup and body products, but it's also to do with like hobbies and things like that. I've grown up horse riding, and now I'm starting to see that differently. I mean, I'm not gonna go into that too much. And like having pets. I mean, I fucking love dogs. Anyway, I'm painting my nail this nice little gold sparkly colour, and you can see all the imperfections through it. But I like painting my nails in these stupid ways because that means what? Because it means that it doesn't chip, which is great because it means it will last me more than a day. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really know what it was. I don't really know what I'm going to title it, but if you have any like suggestions or things you want me to talk about in videos, just leave them down below. What? There is a lot more I can say with regards to veganism and things like that, and just like how a lot of people, when they first go vegetarian, like they'll leave out fish, because I don't know why everyone always leaves out fish. I think it's because there's even more of a further disconnection from fish. They really are on the lowest scale of like value to us, I guess, just because we can't connect with them on the same way that we connect with mammals. Just like literally the fact that they live below water creates such a big distance between us and fish. When they first go vegetarian, they'll like keep fish for a little while, and that's not great because fishing is so bad. Like 20% of animals caught in commercial fishing lines, not lines, nets, are bycatch, and like things like turtles and dolphins, and 46% of the ocean's garbage patch is from fishing nets. Like, just don't eat fish, you don't need to. You can get all the protein and all of the nutrients from plant-based foods, and if you really don't think you are getting all of the nutrients, then you can do a little online tracker. You can put in every single bit of food that you eat and it will tell you all the nutrients, and then if you think you're deficient, you can go and buy that mineral or nutrient that you think you're lacking in, or you can even go and get a blood test at the doctor's if you think that that's necessary. But believe me, you can get all the nutrition you need from a vegan diet, and it's just without all the harm and pain and climate change and health issues. There's also not enough awareness about like vegetarianism. It's very different from veganism. I think I'm not shaming vegetarians, like it's halfway there, but the dairy and egg industries are like often worse than the meat industries, so I mean, honestly, there's so much I could talk about. But yeah, please let me know down below your thoughts and your feelings and things you want me to talk about, and I will try my best to listen to them. Also, if you do leave a comment that's like questionable or like something, I might not respond to it. I do sometimes struggle like replying to things. I struggle with controversy, and if you leave a controversial comment, I might struggle to reply to it or to respond to it. That doesn't mean that I don't have an answer, it just often means that I'm probably sat behind my phone screen crying. I cried through my entire last exam at university, and I'm nearly 21, like. Also, I apologise that throughout this entire video the background has been a total state. My room is a mess. It's actually not that messy, but it's just like, it looks messy to someone who doesn't know that this is a very organised pile of my clean washing. And my chest of drawers are missing because I'm currently Marie Kondoing my clothes into them in a different room. I don't want to end this video because I feel like there's things that I've missed out, and I don't want to miss things out because I know that there's going to be so much backlash, and I don't want backlash. I hate controversy. I hate it. Why can't we all just love animals and live in peace and love each other? There's too much hate in this world. There's too much hate. So I'm gonna leave this on a positive note that, you know, we're all here. We have a free, what? I don't know what I'm saying, but we have a voice and we should use it, and we should talk to people and we should learn from other people. I'm sure there will be people telling me new things since this video, and maybe I was wrong in a few seconds of this video. I'll admit that. Sometimes, like, we're all wrong at some point in our lives. No one's perfect. And we need to continue to listen to feedback and grow from it. And yeah, I'm getting so cringy and I need to stop. I started this video crying and now I'm here. And I have sparkly nails. I also have dirt in my nails because I've just been to the stables. Whee! That's so ugly. Go about your days and enjoy it, and feel free to DM me on Instagram whenever you need. I'm always here, even though sometimes they're slow to reply, but I'm always here and I always read your DMs. So stay positive, listen to other people's thoughts and opinions, think about your own opinions and challenge yourself. Sometimes you've got to challenge yourself and you've got to challenge your beliefs, because sometimes you might be wrong and sometimes, you know, things will need tweaking. It takes a lot to see the wrong in yourself. Peace and love. Goodbye.